Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by Mapper Forward Friends. Today on the podcast, I want to talk about the sobering moments that come after the high of announcing to the world that you are starting your own business, or that you are starting a new project, or that you are doing insert cool thing that's new here. Over my time as an entrepreneur, which is about 20 years now, I have fallen into the trap of being addicted to the deliciousness of what happens when everyone's excited about the new thing that you're about to do. And I remember telling people that I was starting this new project and getting like love drunk off the excitement that people were thinking and showering me with whenever they knew I was doing something new. But after that comes a sobering reality. Shit, I've got to go do the thing that I said I was going to go and do. And that is a really sobering moment, especially when you're unsure whether you can do it or not, especially when you're unsure if you know how to do it or not. And some people thrive off that chase. Other people get devastated under the reality that they're never going to be able to figure it out. And if you are one of those people, and I've met a number of them in my lifetime, this is one of the things that is going to put you in very unhealthy mental health situations. The alternative to that is what someone in our mastermind groups calls being the handbrake. And she is, her and her husband, shout out to Christina and to Matt. He's the ideas person and she's the executor. She's the person who decides like what projects go ahead and what projects don't go ahead. Now, ideas people are people who they're constantly pumping these things out. But there's a difference between being an ideas person and being someone who can execute on those ideas. And Christina is really, really great at executing. And so Matt has ideas and Christina turns around and says, great idea, we can't do that. Or great idea, we can do that. And the reason that she's really great at that, and she calls herself the handbrake in the relationship, is because she kind of levels it and says, hey, listen, yes, it would work out well, but either we don't have the finances to do that, we don't have the manpower to do that, we don't have the time to do that. She looks at the resources at hand and makes a decision to whether they'll be able to do that. And that applies to their roastery, it applies to their cafe, and it's working. It really, really works for them. On the other hand, we have people that have these amazing ideas, and ideas are really, really great to have. But if you are not executing on them, you are creating a world of hurt for yourself when it comes to feelings of failure and feelings of inadequacy that you can't get out from under, because ideas can grow and flourish into these amazing big dreams. And then you go and tell the world about them. You want to start this new amazing podcast. You want to start this incredible new business that you're going to be the next Starbucks. I've heard that one many times. I've heard people decide that they're going to go and get VC funding for these new businesses, and they mortgage their house as a proof of concept for the first cafe. And they pitch this idea of we're going to be the new Starbucks. And it never happens and they've lost their house. There's a drug that comes from telling the world that you're going to do a cool new thing, and it feels delicious when everyone's celebrating you. But if you haven't learned how to temper the pulse of the flow that comes after that, if you haven't learned how to put in place the mechanisms to have a great financial plan, to have a great rollout strategy, to have a customer acquisition plan, to understand the project as it unfolds. You'll get addicted to the drug. That is the shine that comes from the original announcement. And you will fall victim to what that feels like again and again and again. And people will stop respecting the announcements and start looking at you as a person who has ideas that never come to fruition. So what's my recommendation for people who fall into this category? Slow down. Ideas, if you're an ideas person, you'll always be an ideas person. That's not where your challenge lies. Your challenge lies in execution. It's just another challenge. Take one idea, start small, figure out how you're going to take a small idea, take it to market, learn how to use that idea to build a customer acquisition plan, to build a marketing strategy. Use that idea to figure out how to read financial statements, how to build a network, how to build relationships with suppliers, how to do bookkeeping. Use your small idea as a stomping ground for learning how to do all of these things. And once you've built that foundation, you'll be able to take every fucking idea that you come up with to market if you deem it to be something that's worthy of your time and your effort. But if you're just announcing everything every time you have an idea, that's not going to end up getting you credibility with people who could be your fans. If you ever need any help with this stuff, our coffee business mastermind groups are a really fantastic place for you to get perspective on all of this stuff. Go to mapperforward.org/group coaching and check it out. Peace, love, and peanut butter, friends. I hope you found this helpful. Have an amazing rest of your day.